we wait for a pandemic to appear, it will be too late to prepare. And one day, many lives could be needlessly lost because we fail to act today. Pandemic flu occurs when a new strain of influenza emerges that can be transmitted easily from person to person, and for which there's little or no natural immunity. Unlike seasonal flu, most people have not built up resistance to it. And unlike seasonal flu, it can kill those who are young and healthy as well as those who are frail and sick. At this moment, there is no pandemic influenza in the United States or the world. But if history is our guide, there is reason to be concerned. First, we must detect outbreaks that occur anywhere in the world. Second, we must protect the American people by stockpiling vaccines and antiviral drugs, and improve our ability to rapidly produce new vaccines against a pandemic strain. And third, we must be ready to respond at the federal, state, and local levels in the event that a pandemic reaches our shores. To meet these three goals, our strategy will require the combined efforts of government officials and public health, medical, veterinary, and law enforcement communities, and the private sector. It will require the active participation of the American people. And it will require the immediate attention of the United States Congress, so we can have the resources in place to begin implementing this strategy right away. The first part of our strategy is to detect outbreaks before they spread across the world. In the fight against avian and pandemic flu, early detection is our first line of defense. A pandemic is a lot like a forest fire. If caught early, it might be extinguished with limited damage. If allowed to smolder, undetected, it can grow to an inferno that spreads quickly beyond our ability to control it. A pandemic is unlike other natural disasters. Outbreaks can happen simultaneously in hundreds or even thousands of locations at the same time. And unlike storms or floods, which strike in an instant and then recede, a pandemic can continue spreading destruction in repeated waves that can last for a year or more. To respond to a pandemic, we must have emergency plans in place in all 50 states and every local community.